All right, we're back. Another episode, the Rage Bait podcast. Bardo, we survived the first weekend of March Madness. People are complaining about the chalk, but I still think we had enough madness. Before we dive into it, how was your weekend? And I don't know, any big takeaways you had just kind of off the rip to get us started?
Weekend was great. Frogs got robbed. But yeah, enjoyed the madness. We'll definitely get to, the chalk madness, NIL, and all that. I still think March Madness is sick. Um, if anything, like you're getting just battles of the best teams. It's a different way to look at it because I think we've just been so used to and programmed to have, few upsets all the time in the first round. So I guess you can be underwhelmed, but regardless, I enjoyed my first couple rounds of March Madness and honestly pumped for the Sweet 16. Yeah, weekend was good. Watched the Frogs almost win with all the fellas and then absolutely collapse. But yeah, how was yours?
It was good. A lot of basketball. Yeah, the TCU game, a little disappointing. Bracket completely busted. I had Florida in the finals, so
Oh,
it's dead. I've actually had a lot of Sweet 16 teams. Like teams that I had in the Sweet 16 have been bounced too. Um, so interesting weekend. Yeah, a lot of discourse. I guess we can kind of just start with
yeah, I
that.
was looking
People
at the
are,
bracket. You're a little low on the totem pole there.
yeah. Well, I've got one Final Four team, one of the champion teams eliminated, and yeah. But I was going to say a lot of discourse online right now about people are up in arms that the tournament's ruined.
Yeah,
NIL's killed it. Kind of just you're just alluding to it. You still think the tournament's good. I agree with you. I
I
think
think
I'd
it's just
also
all the
just say
gamblers saying that, man.
I think I'd also say
I mean,
it's
there
only
was
been two
like,
years, so the sample
yeah,
size just isn't big enough. I mean, for all we know, next year it could return to what it was like in years past. I don't think you can sit here and say the tournament's ruined because, like you just alluded to, the matchups you get when all the good teams move on. The matchups this weekend are going to be incredible. The round of
right.
32, I don't remember a better round of 32 in my memories. A lot of those games were crazy.
Yeah. I know it's totally pros and cons because, and to be honest, like I am bummed like you don't have, like a High Point or some team going to the Sweet 16. Like the upset, the Cinderella this year, and correct me if I'm wrong if I'm missing anyone, is Texas, right?
Gross.
SEC powerhouse school, but like they're looked at as the Cinderella. So it's crazy what NIL has done, right? Like because anytime, one of these mid-major schools have a stud, that guy gets, $1 million to go play for one of these Power Five schools. And I mean, look at the Johnnies. Like that whole roster is all transfer dudes from like mid-major schools. I mean, the dude who hit the buzzer beater, I know he wasn't really a factor in the whole game, but he was like a big sky guy.
Yeah,
Darwin?
yeah. It definitely is the NIL and the transfer portal. But part of me also wonders too, obviously the transfer aspect, but I feel like 10 years ago, if guys had any sort of chance to play professional when they weren't getting paid in college, they took it. Whether it meant they were going to be a late second round pick, even if it meant kind of going to play in Europe, overseas somewhere, they're still making money.
Right.
Um, Now you're seeing a lot of guys staying in college for extra years because they're making more through NIL than they would if they were to turn pro. And I think part of the reason we used to see so many Cinderella upsets or runs was the mid-major teams would have that same team for 3 to 4 years
4 years.
because
Right.
guys wouldn't leave and they'd match up against these Power Four, Power Five teams that might have been a little more freshman focused. They're taking in these one and done guys, and that was kind of an advantage for those teams as they were a little bit older, a little more matured, a little more experienced. And now you're seeing, I know this year's freshman class is ridiculous, but a lot of the good teams, man, they're dominated by the upperclassmen.
Yeah.
So I
I,
just think that's also kind of playing into it too. It's an interesting wrinkle.
I agree. We'll get to this, but I have Arizona in my bracket. I've got a like a 92% bracket right now, but problem is, well, actually I do have all my Elite Eight, my Final Four teams are all alive still. I had Houston bouncing Florida in the Elite Eight. Um, I don't think Arizona wins anymore.
You
I
don't?
and I know this is like a
Is
hot
it
take per se, but I think Duke's gonna win it all.
really? Care to
Yeah.
elaborate?
I think it's gut feeling. I don't know. I see commercials of the Boozer Brothers every single second on my TV. I don't know. It just seems like it's like I'm being programmed to socially conditioned to have Duke in the championship. But they're chokers with these teams all the time, so we'll see.
I feel like they also still have the hardest path. Like even after
Yeah.
everything's shaken out, because you're gonna have a dogfight against St. John's this week. If you get past them, you're getting either Michigan State or UConn, which is no easy game, and then you're meeting up with one of Houston, Illinois, Nebraska, or
Yeah,
Iowa.
Illinois
So
is a team we could talk about for sure. I
yeah,
mean,
I know you
they're
texted me.
smoking people.
Yeah, you texted me this weekend
I
that
mean,
you
I
were.
go back and forth with who I'm an emotional guy. I see one thing and I make a stance on it, and then a couple hours later I could watch another team and then I have an opinion change. But yeah, I mean, Illinois is blowing out everyone.
Their offense is.
Obviously, you know, they had kind of an easy draw in their first two matchups, but still.
Yeah. Um, well, we can talk about just a few of the kind of big games from over the weekend. Definitely wanted to touch on Kentucky, Santa Clara, because that game kind of had, besides the Nebraska Vandy game, the Kentucky Santa Clara game I thought had like the most March feel to it, where Santa Clara hits that three, they go
Yes.
up with like 4 seconds left, the place is going nuts, you think you're about to get an upset, and then was it Otega Owe that hit
Oh
the
wait, hit that
yeah
half quarter.
the to tie at the buzzer.
Yeah,
That was madness right there. I mean, that's what you think
that
about
was
when you think
madness.
about
And
this
then I mean,
tournament.
the day before that, we had High Point, Wisconsin. Like that,
Yeah,
I feel like that set the tone right there. I mean, actually, TCU Ohio State set the tone.
great game.
First game of the whole slate. TCU nearly shits themselves and blows a 15 plus lead. Still won. I mean, yeah. And then you had High Point. It's
The
pretty fly. I know
VCU,
everyone's talking about it, but the kid makes his first two-pointer as a game winner. It's just classic.
yeah, you
Um,
had the UNC collapse.
yeah, that was gnarly. I was on the UNC side of that. That sucked.
I was too.
That was brutal. But yeah, I think like Kentucky Santa Clara was probably number one for me. Just because like when that Santa Clara kid hit that Graves hit that three,
You
it's
thought it
like
was over.
damn, like that's sick. Like that's game. And then it's just bang. But
I was on Kentucky money line too, so
yeah, so was
I
I.
thought it was. I thought we were dead in the water. We were staring death in the face there, and I think I texted you. I was like, I will be forever in debt to OA. I'm gonna have to get a jersey or something.
Yeah. I was in so much debt to him that I decided to run Kentucky back against the Iowa State and paid the price for that. I
Okay, we can
still,
talk.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I just can't stand that team. I can't stand them and the Johnnies.
I know
I
you
think
hate
it's
all
just
my
because they play the same style of
you
basketball.
hate all my teams. The teams that I pull for.
I can get behind Purdue a little.
Yeah. But I was gonna say we could talk about Iowa State for a second because obviously unfortunate Joshua Jefferson goes down. Key guy for them. But hey, they still looked good. How many times did Kentucky turn it over in that game? Probably 15, north of 15 times, probably close to
I mean, it
20.
was insane. I
The
mean, it
defense is
looked
crazy.
Kentucky went out on like they were like up 20-9
Yeah,
in the first 10 minutes. I'm like, let's go. Like, and then all of a sudden, and I hate him, but I will give him his props. Lipsy just took over.
he did.
And their defense is actually insane.
Yeah.
Like Kentucky didn't even know what to do. Just double team traps. rotations everywhere. These guys were flying. Like that dude Torre, fly, like he gets his hands
Yeah.
on everything. And honestly, Lipsy does too.
And
If
the
anything, like
freshman,
they showed that like they're still a threat with no Jefferson. And I don't even know why he was so hyped up in the first place because I feel like he doesn't do much on offense. He's just a big presence like in the paint.
I like the freshman they have off the bench too, the shooter, is a Bateman.
Bateman.
I
Yeah.
feel like there's a couple games I've watched this year where he comes in, he hits a couple big shots.
And
Um,
Momcilovic is a monster. That he's
he
sick.
is. He
Yeah.
is. Um,
He's got a strap from three. So yeah,
yeah.
Iowa State is still dangerous. Like that, they're annoying to watch just because they're so scrappy and. But yeah, they're a huge threat. Who do they have next?
I think do they have Tennessee
They'll beat Tennessee if they keep playing
or
like
is it
this.
Texas?
No, it's not Texas, I don't think. Texas can go to the Elite Eight. Texas is playing
Purdue. Texas plays Purdue.
yes,
No,
yes.
they're not beating Purdue, man.
I don't think so, but they're they're decent. I didn't realize how high their ceiling was.
It's a expensive roster.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, Ohio State, they'll go far. Like as much as I like, don't want to watch them, the team's really good.
the other team I'm watching, I my bracket is completely shit, but the other I had him in the Final Four is Tom Izzo, baby, and the Spartans.
They're losing next week. UConn beats them.
I don't think so.
Yeah, UConn looks great against UCLA.
I think they can slow down Reed.
And Reed and Solo Ball didn't even do anything against UCLA. Caravan career high. Their little point guard Mullins.
Mullins is a
Yeah,
sniper.
but it's pretty ironic. He actually was having the coldest streak ever the past like 3 weeks, and then just broke free and torched the Bruins. I will have UConn. I have UConn in my bracket actually advancing, but I'll be betting on them to beat your Izzo.
That the Eastern bracket is going to be awesome this weekend because you have that game, and then obviously St. John's Duke. I think is a great matchup because Boozer and Zuby should be
Yeah,
uh, should be cinema, and then you've got
that's
the young
real.
gun Shire against Patino. Like there's a ton of
I'm
interesting
stoked for that
storylines.
game. I think Duke. I mean, Duke beats them, in my opinion. Dude, it's like this. St. John's is just gross. I mean, Iowa State. These guys can at least hit the three pretty consistently when they're hot. But man, dude, that game was ugly.
It was ugly.
It was so gross. Like Kansas looked horrible too. Um, but yeah, I think Duke handles them. I do hate how Duke has their whistle and they get every single call, and I just think that's going to come. St. John's is an insanely physical team, and I think Duke they're just going to blow the whistle on them every time Boozer takes a bump.
Yeah. I guess we
But
can just
we'll
kind of.
see. Tino is he's epic. I
He
can't hate
is.
on him. He's classic.
Got to see him. Got to see him get back to the Final Four.
Definitely.
I think a team that needs to get a shout out is the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yep.
Came into
That
this week
I mean that was probably a top two game for me.
the
That
second
game.
round against Vandy.
I
Yeah,
That probably was my second favorite game. Yeah. The Vandy Nebraska game. That game was insane. Nebraska kind of in control the whole game, and then I mean Nebraska. And then Vandy came back and Vandy was pulling away in the end and then total momentum switch.
yeah. I mean, Nebraska came into the weekend zero, zero tournament wins in the program history. They get the first one, and then they killed. God, who'd they play? Akron. They
Yeah.
killed them, and then
No,
yeah,
Troy.
Troy. Yeah, Troy. And then absolute cinema against Vandy. That point guard for Vandy played his absolute heart out. That kid,
Yeah, I love that guy, Tanner. He's got the
Toad,
toad haircut.
Toad.
But he actually got
Um,
it cut. He's a
but
stud though. I I was rooting for them. I had them winning in my bracket, but it's good for Vandy, man. Like, just known as a baseball school, had a great year in football and now basketball. School's on the rise for the athletics. But yeah,
We got
Nebraska,
Nebraska.
Iowa is that's gonna feed.
It's a big rivalry. People out here are super pumped. I think Nebraska wins that game. I think they do. They played twice.
I do
Iowa
too.
won one, but I just think Nebraska's a little bit better.
I think Nebraska wins also. That's pretty crazy. No tournament wins and potential Elite Eight.
Yeah, and you're playing your rival. You know, you're
Where's the game?
Houston. They're in
Okay.
Houston.
So that's like mutual for both. Do
Yeah,
Nebraska fans travel?
yeah. Did you not listen? Were you not listening to that
Well,
game?
wasn't that game in Nebraska?
No, that was in OKC.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it sounded like a full-on Nebraska home game.
I was texting the group chat that morning, and everybody was clowning me. I said Nebraska money line. It's going to be
You
a
were
home
hot
game.
that day. You went like you hit everything, I think, besides TCU.
There was one. Yeah, there was another one I missed as well. I think it was Arkansas because High Point covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Saturday, good day. Um, Came back down to earth a little bit on Sunday though.
Yeah.
Johnny's
Sunday.
did
I
Johnny's
didn't
did
even
not
think about
cover.
that. Dude, I had that. Yeah, I was on the KU side of that. Looked completely dead. And I was just hoping for a Johnny's buzzer. I was like, this can't go to OT. Johnny's will win this game in overtime, probably by margin. Everything went according to script.
I think too another team we got to give a shout out to because we're kind of just rolling through teams is Iowa, obviously for taking down Florida. Another great game. Crazy, they won that game and Bennett Sturts was 0 of 11 from three.
Yep.
But we saw it. We were onto it. We sniffed it out before the game. We saw there was the reverse line movement. If you
Yeah, we
remember,
did. You sent that in. What, they were at like 10 and a half, and you saw some books were trading it at 8.5. And
I
you
think
text,
it.
but that's happened with a lot of these dogs, and it's just pretty classic. The one you send me, it's like, send me the eyeballs. You're like, that we might have an upset brewing.
Yeah,
And lo and behold, we did. What is Florida doing on the last possession of the game?
they wanted to foul, so I think Golden
Why?
said that. Golden
I
said
know
that.
what Golden just trusted his team to win in overtime or something.
I guess yeah. The thought process is you foul not
No,
Sturts, you foul
man.
some other guy,
Dude, there was like
force that guy
three.
to make two clutch free throws. If he makes both, you get the ball with 10 seconds left, and you get the last shot.
Well,
But
both
I
these
don't
fans
agree with
got
it.
absolutely torched. No, it's
Yeah,
terrible. You play defense and you get the stop.
yeah. It was terrible execution.
Horrible, man.
What a shot though.
That busted up everyone's brackets.
That guy, I've been seeing a lot about that coach for Iowa, Ben McCullum,
Yeah,
since that
dude.
game. This guy's insane, man.
Yes. Did you
There
see what
was
he was
some.
saying about like he's like, yeah, this place isn't for everyone. Like, you want to work hard or something, like we'll have you here. If you got an ego, like pretty much kick rocks, like we don't want you. It's
So
pretty sick, hardball.
I found this thread on Twitter of a former D2 coach because McCollum was at he was at a D2 school before Drake, and said, this guy is like one of the best coaches I've ever seen. If you think Bennett Sturts is really good, you should have seen the point guard he had for 4 years before Bennett Sturts. This guy Trevor Hudgens, like two-time Player of the Year D2. Uh, this coach said that Ben McCollum apparently is what Andy Reid is to quarterbacks. That's what Ben McCollum is for point guards and just developing point guards. And it's crazy to think this is going to be probably the worst roster he has at Iowa, right? Like they're only
Yeah,
going to get
I
better. This is year
agree.
one.
It's sick because all those dudes, they're all Drake guys. That's what's so sick. I
Yeah,
mean, at least a handful of them. I don't think they win. I think it's just like a sell high spot on Iowa.
I agree. Still, I mean, you got to be pumped if you're an Iowa fan. You took down the Giant. You
I
made it
mean,
to the
yeah,
second weekend. It's a great season in year one under Ben McCollum.
and then how many recruits they're gonna get from that too?
Yeah.
That was epic, man. In this the story the guy who made the shot had a cool story. His dad passed away or something.
Yeah,
I guess when he was younger, but he's a foreign kid and it was sick.
yeah,
You knew that was going in too.
definitely. Yeah. Oh, Florida. Rip to my Florida future.
Yep. I know, but it's all right. Still got some more powerhouse teams.
Purdue and
Yep.
UConn are both still alive. Those are the other two futures I've got out.
What are some other games that we could focus on, I guess, before getting to part two of the segment?
I mean, we could talk about TCU, but there's not a ton to say really. Sucks to see the season in that way.
It sucks, man. Dude, when we had the lead, I sent that clip in last night. It was just pain. But up to 15 minutes to go, all the momentum. Um, and I was like, here we go. Like, we're in for a battle at least. Like, I wasn't like, oh, we're winning. Then just lose by 30. Sucked. Once that goaltend happened,
That was
that
it.
was like the full momentum switch. They went on like a 17-2 run after that. And that's all it takes, which sucks, like one little thing. That was a 5-point turnaround from TCU.
Yeah, you know, it,
'Cause then Dixon got the tech right after.
right. And I think what's frustrating is TCU did have a pretty poor offensive game. I don't know if they, you know, still win that game, whether that goaltending call was made or not. But it just sucks that because they get that call right. I think it's a 5 point game or a 7 point game right
Yeah.
there, and you're still just kind of in the fight. And it kind of just felt like that took them out. They didn't necessarily take themselves out of the fight. By the time that whole swing was over after the tee, you could feel it. The momentum was like it was completely gone, and it just felt over at that point. It kind of took away their last breath, basically.
Regardless, though, for all the Dixon haters, I saw someone sent it in today, but five March Madness appearances.
In
And
nine
you can
years,
argue with mediocre teams.
look, I've been on this train all along.
I know. I
I
know
feel
you
super
have.
vindicated in that take. Um,
I know. For TCU's sake, I hope they are able to keep all these guys. I mean, I do think Punch is going to go to the draft. Maybe. I think he's good enough to be a late first rounder. But if you can keep Edmonds, Micah, like you have to keep those guys. Pierre can move on. He's done.
he graduated, so he is done.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there was any other specific games that I really wanted to talk about.
Talk
I
about
mean,
Texas getting in the Sweet 16, easiest draw ever. I knew they were going to beat Zags.
easiest draw. I mean, some
Honestly,
of
like I hate UT, but like I Gonzaga is so lame, man. Like I'm glad they're done.
yeah. Um, fucking hate seeing the SEC get more teams into the Sweet 16 than the Big 12, though. They
Yeah.
got easier
You
draws,
want to
though.
know who also is legit? And they're so streaky, but Bama blew out Tech by 30.
Did you see that opening
They're
line from?
losing though. Obviously, Michigan's gonna beat them, but still, Sweet 16 without your second best player.
Yeah. I'm more just mad. Like, Texas got a pretty easy draw once they got in.
Yeah,
A banged
I
up
know.
BYU team, a banged
Yeah,
up Gonzaga team that I just don't think was super great
SEC
to
gets the
begin with.
glaze. So what?
Alabama
It
gets
went Big
Hofstra.
Ten and then SEC for the most teams.
Yeah, Big Ten was six. I think the SEC has four, Big 12 with three, Big East with two. How about the ACC getting eight teams in and seven teams were eliminated after the?
Eliminated.
Yeah, we were on that all year. That conference
That
sucked.
conference is so garbage, dude. All those teams were fades. The one team that was solid was Miami.
Yeah,
Uh, they were a solid team. Played with Purdue pretty much the whole game until the end.
I think if Louisville has Mikel Brown too, that they could have maybe fared a little bit better. But yeah,
Yeah, but
everyone else.
so that team was pissing me off like no other. Just because dude, they wouldn't shoot anything but threes.
Yeah,
In the times they'd attack, they'd convert. But that was them all year. Like they would lose badly or they would, blow out teams. It's all dependent on those threes falling.
yeah.
But
Um,
yeah, Louisville is solid, and I like their team with Brown. But Izzo had those boys in check, man. MSU is draining threes, and that's been their problem all year long. Dude, they were like 55% from three.
Peaking at the right time, baby.
You know who pisses me off, who I think just looks like an absolute bot is,
Kohler. It's got to be Kohler.
yes, he looks like the biggest square ever.
The double
He's got like the
sweatbands
spiked up hair
and
too.
the sweatbands on the elbows.
Yes.
He looks like a 2K like generic CPU guy you get like when you load into the rec and you don't have
Yeah. He's
five.
got the brown shirt on.
So it gives you like the CPU AI center. Like
He looks like
that's what Jackson Kohler looks like.
he looks like a Tobe player, bro. That's the ideal Tobe make a 2K player, bro. White guy, wristbands. But
Um, all right, well, I don't really have anything else from over the weekend. If we
I don't
want
either.
to,
I'm stoked for this Sweet 16 sick matchups. We can touch on that when we got our special guest coming on.
yeah,
You want to break into some questions?
yeah, I think we end this segment with some fan questions, and then we'll take a break. And yeah, we got to stay tuned. We got a special guest coming on, talk some ball after that.
All right, let's you got them pulled up, I can pull them up.
Yeah. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to? I think I got it right here.
I'll pull them up as well. I will say we forgot to address Mick Cronin.
Oh
He's
God,
put
yeah.
me in line the whole game, but besides when the guy rolled up looking like Slim Shady, I was like, "Oh baby, let's go." UCLA is ready to go. He's locked in. Come on. Didn't work out that way. Sucks that Tyler Bilodeau was a no-go. That kind of really screwed them from an offensive perspective, but yeah, he was pretty in check that game. I don't know if you peeped his post-game conference was pretty mellow there as well, but he had to slip something in and he throws in the yeah, if I had 5 mil for the players. That was a classic one.
I was laughing during that game because obviously, yeah, the pregame, the pregame outfit was awesome.
It
But
was
then
awesome.
they panned to him on the sideline. He was talking to Jamerson again, who's the kid he kicked out at Michigan State earlier in the year. And he's talking to Jamerson on the sideline, just hits him with the like, get out of my face, like just thumb behind the head like that. And just looked extremely pissed. Just classic Mick Cronin in his element there. Um, okay,
That was
do you
epic.
got any of the questions pulled up?
I guess I'll start off one because it looks like my sweet mom asked a question. Didn't know she knew ball like this, but here we go. Gotta ask. Shout out Lori. Which Cinderella team is actually legit and which one is a fraud?
All right. I guess out of the teams that are remaining that would qualify like as a Cinderella, the higher seeds left, I think Nebraska. Nebraska can
Is
beat
legit.
Iowa,
Yeah,
and I think if Illinois is able to pick off Houston, they could beat Illinois, and next thing you know, they're in the Final Four. So I would probably go Nebraska. I just don't think Texas. You know, even if Texas wins this next game, I don't think they're capable of making a Final Four.
I agree. I'd say let me pull up my bracket right now just to see what we
It's got to
got.
be Nebraska or the Johnnies.
Right? I guess you could say Johnnies are a Cinderella per se. I mean, this was their first time getting the Sweet 16 since 1999. Um, I mean, Texas on paper is like the Cinderella, and I don't think they're frauds, to be honest. I think they could honestly beat Purdue. I don't think that'll happen.
I think they're going to get shredded.
You do?
Their problem all year was the defense, and they got lucky. Their first two games, BYU had one guy, ball dominant, AJ. Same with Gonzaga had one
Yeah.
scorer, Ike. Purdue is like they lead the league, or excuse me, they lead the country in like assists per game. They get a bunch of different guys that can beat you, even if CJ Cox isn't playing.
You're right. Texas is the fraud Cinderella team. If TCU had their draw, we'd be there as well.
I think
And
so
I
too.
think plenty of other teams had their draw, they'd be there. Um, okay, Texas fraud, and then I'd say both Nebraska and Iowa are legit. It's just
Yeah,
gonna be a sick game. So that's the answer to
good.
that question.
That's a good question. Um, Here's a good one. I think this is also from another Bartolucci. With baseball starting up this week, what sleeper team will be a surprise this year?
San Francisco Giants.
I could see it.
Opening day tomorrow. They're the primetime matchup versus the Yankees.
I know.
Giants are my team that I'm like high on as a sleeper.
I could
I've
see it.
already
There's
said I
enough
think they
talent.
have a better year than the Pods. I think they finished second in the West. And then my AL team is the Rangers.
Okay. I could see that too. We talked about them before. The rotation's
This
nasty.
rotation can keep them in games. But
Um,
Giants would be like the team I think I'm most excited about. And it sucks for me as a Dodger fan. Like, fuck the Giants,
I know.
Like,
I know.
it's our rival. I just think they're gonna have a solid year.
I would
And we'll
say,
see.
okay,
They might
would
win
you,
tomorrow night.
they might, they got Logan Webb going.
Yeah.
Would you give me the Orioles? Would they count as a sleeper team? They missed the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
I think they could realistically, like, there's a chance they could win that division. They could win the East. That lineup's nice. The rotation's good enough. Um, I'd probably go them in the AL. Don't forget about my Twins either. Um, in the NL,
That's a terrible pick, but will prove me wrong. Um,
in the NL,
I,
you got to go some team like in the Central probably because I think it's the most open. So maybe a team like Cincinnati, just because the pitching staff is so good. Um, we've talked about Pittsburgh. Um,
yeah, I love Pittsburgh, but it's like I think they're a work in progress.
I think so too. So I'll go with Cincinnati, just because the pitching
Okay.
staff could carry him alone, even though Hunter Green being out sucks.
It's a good one. That is a good one. You loved Cincinnati last year too.
Yeah,
They got in the playoffs as you
they did.
predicted.
They did.
Just got belted by the Dodgers.
Stood no chance.
Okay, here we go. This is one by our boy Fuzz French. I guess we already answered this one, but your favorite game of March so far?
I got to go Kentucky Santa Clara.
Yeah, me too. I think just because I had money on Kentucky too, it just made it even cooler.
I know. I mean, the Nebraska Vandy one too, though. I was on Nebraska for that one.
If you're on Vandy, that was just a horrendous beat.
What if you were on Santa Clara plus 3.5?
Oh yeah. I I know Matt Lee was on Santa Clara 4.5, lost by 5.
Oh,
Brutal one
brutal.
for the kid.
That's brutality. But yeah, I'm gonna go Kentucky Santa Clara.
All right. Shout out Courtney Tobias here. Do you think the refs played a part in TCU losing to Duke? If so, why? I think they played a role. I don't think like it's why we lost. Like we couldn't shoot the ball after that. We took that 2-point lead, but there were a ton of prevalent calls that really did sway the game. I mean, what was it? 25 plus free throws to 7 is a joke.
Yeah. I
I
think
We still lose the game, but there was a ton of momentum switches from that.
I think we're in a line there because yeah, I don't think the offense was good enough to where they would have won the game. But kind of what I was saying earlier, it kind of took away their chance to be competitive in the game, especially too with just how many fouls were called. Literally every other game this weekend was so much more enjoyable to watch because the TCU game was every 30 seconds, whistle blown, we're stopping the game.
Yeah.
It's an inbound
Yeah.
pass or free throws. You could get zero game flow going, which maybe that's why the offense was cold. I don't know. That you couldn't get any flow. Um, and I just don't. That fucking goaltending call. And then the flagrant on Toulson was ridiculous as well.
Yeah, guys
And they
bracing his
reviewed
fall.
that.
What do you,
They reviewed that, which is even crazier.
bracing his fall? He probably, hurts himself if he doesn't put his arm out to land on Boozer. Yeah,
Definitely.
that was an ugly game, frustrating game, but I
Yep.
don't think it's the reason we lose. I think we still lose, um, but maybe we lose by, it's a tighter game.
All right. This is another good one from proud friend of the program, Peter Boylo. Never watch March Madness again, or never be able to drink again.
Mm, probably never never drink again. I don't need to booze. There's no better time than the first weekend of March, man. Get a kickback, watch all your games with your boys, hit the local sports bar. I guess and
If
then
you're hitting the sports bar, then
I'd be ordering a Dr. Pepper or something, but I don't need booze.
I
Give
think
me
I'd
March
agree.
Madness for the rest of my life.
I think I'd agree. You can't beat that first like that feeling when the first game tips off on Thursday.
Yes.
You can't beat it.
It's
All
pretty
the
much
games.
the same feeling you get from, 5 beers down. So, yeah,
It's a good
give me
question though.
March. Give me March Madness. Building the bracket, all of it. Um, okay. Here we go. Has Tom Brady kissed his son more than the amount of girls he's hooked up with since getting divorced? What are your thoughts, Tobias?
Um, I'm gonna go because of how weird he's been on social media recently. Probably his son. Uh, the guy. Have you noticed that? Like he's been posting these weird
Yeah, he's
stories,
posting like thirst traps, dude, of like his
like
selfies.
shirtless, laying down on the couch.
Got Alex Earl swiping up.
What's going on
Brady's a
with that?
weirdo, man.
What's going on with that guy? Can we get a
Is
wellness
that
check on Tom Brady?
crisis? Guy's a weirdo, and he's wearing these glasses. Have you even know he wears these glasses now? They're like yellow lensed, clear. He's hanging out with Ruben too much, man.
The Vegas
Ruben and the Diddy
lifestyle,
parties.
the Vegas
Yeah,
lifestyle.
Tommy's a weirdo.
All right, well
But
we've got 1 minute left
all right,
before we got to take a break, and our guest will be joining us.
okay. Let's see. Do we got? All right, here's a question I'll just ask myself. I mean, not even a question, just a shout out. Shout out to Olivia Goggles Miles on
Yes,
TCU. I don't know if anyone's tuned in, but TCU had it was a game, March Madness women's to advance to the Sweet 16, and you got to watch this team. This chick is actually so raw, which is cooking everyone. Probably deserves a spot in the men's team over Jaden Pierre, but yeah, got something to root for us Frogs fans.
yeah. Shout out Olivia Miles. They got Virginia, I think, in the next round. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back, joined with our special guest. All right, we're back with special guests, long overdue, the one
Overdue.
and
OG
only,
ball knower.
the one and only Mr. Connor Jabbar.
It's great to be here, fellas. Been waiting to come on the pod. Been listening since day one and decided to talk some ball with y'all.
Yeah, so we were thinking for the listeners, I guess we can focus on the matchups we got for March this upcoming weekend. We also have MLB opening day starting
Mm.
tomorrow. Pumped about that. And then I don't know, I forgot about this. Do we have is there any golf this weekend?
There
Yeah, there's
is,
like the
but go ahead, CJ. This is the Houston
yeah
Open.
there's a tournament in Houston. Um, I'm not too thrilled
For
about
the
this one. I think everyone's just kind of gearing up for the Masters here, but
Yeah.
I know Rick just met Ricky Fowler today. He texted Reese and I, so he's all stoked on that.
That means Rick's gonna place a future on Ricky Fowler to
Oh, yep, to win the
win the whole
Masters.
thing. I will say, speaking of Rick, his boy Brooks Koepka is still nowhere to be found.
Mhm.
We're now almost fully 3 months through the year, so 9 more months, Rick. Um, but I know Jabbar, you had Fitzpatrick winning that tournament
I
actually.
did, yeah. I had a big bet on him to finish top 20.
Yeah,
I didn't bet him. I didn't back my word up and put coin on him to win, but I had him top 20, so I was very happy about
take
that.
that.
Yeah.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, I will.
Um, so cool. I mean, Tobe, where do you think I guess we can start first with the March and then funnel into baseball.
Yeah,
Just,
we could just kind of
I mean,
run
I
through.
guess, Jabbar will ask you like any thoughts on the weekend games, anything that like maybe stood out to you, shocked you?
Yeah, honestly, like I thought the games were incredible. I mean, I did think Vandy was gonna pull off that win. I'm
Yeah.
honestly happy they didn't because I think this game again with Nebraska Iowa is just gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So I
It's
think
gonna
like
be
everything
so
kind of
epic.
worked out. I was rooting for High Point for sure. I threw a little live bet on them, so had some coin on High Point, but I'm definitely happy that Arkansas won in the grand scheme of things because I think this game is going to be
Yeah.
awesome. But I'm down to we can go through the slate and talk about our predictions and kind of how the games might shake out.
Yeah, I think that's good. We could start with just from the top left there. So St. John's Duke. I think the line's at 5.5, or at least that's what it opened at. I will
Duke
be
wins
taking
and
the
covers.
Johnnies.
I'm taking the
I'll
Johnnies.
I might
I'm
take. I
taking-
think I'm going to take the Johnny's money line, dude. This Duke team hasn't showed me anything. Yes, the last 10 minutes of the TCU game, their defense looked good, whatever. The last 10 minutes of the Siena game, sure. They haven't showed it for a full 40 minutes in the tournament yet. This St. John's defense is insane. They turn a lot of turnover. They create a lot of turnovers. Kansas couldn't even pass the ball in. The freshman guards for Duke aren't going to fare much better. Give me the Johnnies.
I love it. I fucking love it, Tib.
Yeah, I Duke wins here in my opinion. I mean, we'll see if I'm wrong. Duke should be able to break a press. That was ridiculous that Kansas couldn't inbound the ball. I think it
That was
happened four
crazy.
times. These guys couldn't get the ball in on a press. That was so frustrating, dude. I hated watching that game, honestly. Like, it just gave me absolute AIDS.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll with Toby. I think the Johnnies take this one. I love Patino. Love Patino in March. I also just fucking hate Duke, and I hate the whistle that the Boozer twins get. So
Yeah, I hate him too.
it's gonna be a hate watch for me, and I'm gonna root for the Johnnies. So let's see if they pull it out. But yeah, I think having Ngamba back or Gongba for Duke definitely is a scary threat. But I think
Yeah,
the
I
Johnnies
saw also
get it done.
Foster might be back too.
Really, I didn't know that. That's
I I doubt he plays a ton if he's even back, but yeah, I don't know.
I might be most excited for
Like
that
I
game.
hate Duke too. The Johnnies, the way they just play basketball, just pissed me off so
Yeah,
much.
I get
And
it.
I just think the refs are gonna be calling fouls on them the whole time. It's like you
Mhm.
said, the Boozer, they just have the whistle.
Yeah.
Ejiofor's physical guy. I think, he bumps
hmm
Boozer around a couple times, and then all of a sudden, he's at two fouls in the first
hmm
half, and he has to sit down. But we'll see. I
Yeah,
think
it's like
that's the
Edmund.
game I'm most excited for, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, and yeah, Zuby Boozer, I think is going to be. You got to circle that matchup because that's going to be awesome down low to
Yeah,
watch.
awesome.
All right,
Here's a hot
Jabbar.
take, though. I will say, Boozer is not this NBA
Dude,
stud
that's not a hot
prospect.
take in my opinion. Like, I
Like,
actually
he's
don't think that's
not
a hot
at
take.
all. Like
Everyone
he will
glazes
be
him.
so, and I could be so wrong, but I think he's going to be so mediocre in the league.
I
I
agree. I
mean,
100% agree with
he's
you.
undersized. He can't shoot that well, and I guess that can be developed over time. But it's not like he's a freak athlete either. Like he's just,
Yeah.
dude, he's just bigger than these college kids,
Yeah,
and
I
he
agree.
looks like he's 25 years old as an 18-year-old.
I,
I think he's a mediocre, bro, for the NBA.
Tubbs got something to say.
I've
Oh,
got an even
Bryson.
hot. I've got an even hotter take.
Let's hear it.
What, you gonna
I
shit
think
on Peterson?
I think Caleb Wilson's going to be the best player from this draft class. I think
Wow.
he's the next Giannis.
Wow.
Yeah, he puts on some weight, but yeah, Giannis came into the NBA scrawny as
Yeah,
hell
scrawny.
too.
He just turned into Zeus.
Yeah, that's
Um,
another good one. If that guy develops a jump shot, yeah,
Scary.
he's nasty. I mean, he's like what 6'10".
Yeah. That's crazy. That's what you need to do now, like to be insane in the NBA is like you got to be almost a 7-footer with a shooting bag, bro. Like that's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Uh, all right, Jabbar. For the next game, who do you like? I'm excited to watch this one too. My guy Tom Izzo and the Spartans against Danny Hurley and UConn.
I just cannot fade UConn here.
Me
As much as I
neither.
want to, like I'm gonna root for Michigan State. I just can't fade them. I think, dude, they play such good basketball and like these past couple games too. I mean, like Furman, they kind of looked a little sketchy, but I don't know, dude, they just win and they win in March, so I probably can't fade them, but I'll be rooting for Michigan State. I love Izzo. Cohen Carr is one of my favorite players to watch in college
Dude, Carr
basketball.
is so sick.
He's so sick. And like, I mean, dude, if Michigan State shoots it like they did against Louisville, like they can easily win that game. So
I know.
I'm very excited for that. I agree with you, Tob.
I'm with Jabbar here on UConn. UConn looked in prime form against UCLA the other night,
Hmm.
and Solo Ball and Terrace Reed didn't even do anything.
Hmm.
Ball had less than 10 points, and I think so did Reed. So, I mean, yeah, give me UConn. I just I don't think Michigan is able to stay this hot from three when it's been like their biggest pain point all year.
Yeah. Tob, do you know what the spread is on that?
Yeah, lines at
I
one
think
and a
it's got to be
half.
like one,
It's
yeah.
1.5. I'll be taking Michigan State. Um, I don't know. I think they've got the size down low to limit Reed, and they're a good defensive team. Maybe throw UConn off the 3 point shot there, kind of muck it up, and I think Jeremy Fears takes over. So I'm gonna take
I
Michigan
like
State.
yours too.
I'm gonna take Michigan State there. I can't not pick Izzo. I can't.
Yeah, dude, like that. I'm rooting for Izzo. Like anytime you give me a chance to root for Izzo in March, I'm gonna do it. So I like Hurley, but Izzo's the man.
The four coaches left in that bracket, it's ridiculous. It's
It's
Patino,
ridiculous.
Shire, Izzo, and Danny Hurley.
Ridiculous.
Cinema. Um, wow. Okay, and then I think that look, they're all bangers. This one,
Yeah.
particularly just for me living in Nebraska, Nebraska, Iowa, the border war. Um,
Mhm.
it's a huge rivalry here. I've like realized that now that I've lived here for 3 years. These two states hate each other.
Yeah, I did not know that until now. Like,
Yeah, so it's going to be a great game because this is the furthest Nebraska's ever made it. Iowa hasn't made the Sweet 16 in 30 something years or something crazy
mhm.
like that. Um, I'm going to
Yeah,
take Nebraska. The spread, it's 1.5, so it's like a pick 'em. I like Nebraska. I just think they're a little bit better.
yeah. I also have Nebraska. I in my notes I have here. I'm like, this is a toss-up game. The
I
only
think
thing,
it's just
the thing that makes me lean Nebraska is like, yeah, Nebraska had a crazy win, but like, dude, the high Iowa's coming off of beating
right.
Florida, like, that's just like typical like March Madness plays. It's gonna be tough next game, so I don't know. I think that gives the edge to Nebraska. I think Tavion Banks needs to go off again for them to have a chance. So I think it'll be a great
And
game.
Sturts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like could be totally wrong here. Like this could be an entirely that win against Florida could be an entirely game changer for Iowa, like
Hmm.
and just put them on a heater. But I think it's a sell high spot on them.
Yeah.
And I think Nebraska just like makes history and gets to the Elite Eight.
Hmm. And like, dude,
And
they're gonna be 1.5 spread. Like, I'm taking that over the money line. Obviously, like you can get heartbroken at the end of the game, but like all these games, bro, I'm seeing
Yeah, the
they're getting free
lines are
throws at the end of the
insanely
game.
sharp.
They're getting the free throws at the end of the game, and so like you're covering the 1.5. You're covering up to 4. So I'll probably take the points with Nebraska here.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you got to remember,
Dude, I also just don't think this Iowa team is like that good,
Mhm.
honestly. Um, it's hard to say that now after they beat Florida, but I don't know. I think
Yeah.
Nebraska's just better overall, but nothing matters in March Madness, what you did in the
Yeah.
regular season. Like
True.
teams just outperform or underperform.
you
But
know
we're all on
Nebraska's.
Nebraska for that.
Yeah.
We're in unison there, and you know those Husker faithful is going to travel.
Dude, they're gonna travel.
Yeah, yeah. Re up the Busch Light in Houston. Speaking of, that's the next game. Houston, Illinois. Again another banger. This line's 3.5. C
Yeah.
Jabs. Who do you like here? And kind of elaborate.
Dude, as scary as Illinois is, like their offense is so damn efficient. Um, I gotta go Houston. Like Kelvin Sampson is just such a damn good coach. Like they play such a good brand of basketball. Like they're physical on all ends of the court. I just think, dude, I think this team could for sure win it all. Um, I'm gonna go with Houston, but I'm gonna caution bettors here. I think Illinois is very good, and if they can score how they've been scoring, it's gonna be tough for Houston.
Yeah, it's so tough. I have Houston in my bracket. Obviously, I didn't expect Illinois to like come out this hot in both of their games, but Houston's a defensive-minded team. Like this is the team that can, I guess, check them. And
Mhm.
but I don't know if Illinois' offense is too hot. I just don't see Houston's offense being able to like compete with them.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is
But
like
I
a
still give the edge to Houston. Like
yeah.
they've been here before. Flemings will show up, and Samson, like you said, will have these guys ready to go.
Hmm.
I
But that game's going to be insane too.
Yeah.
This one, like the Michigan Alabama game, I'm really intrigued to watch just because the clash of style, like you guys have just alluded to.
Hmm.
I like Houston here because they're playing in Houston, so they got the home court.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And after losing the heartbreaker in the finals last year, like these guys are really hungry and really want it. And I'm sure they're licking their chops knowing that Florida is now out on the other side. Um, but I kind of agree with Bardo. They got to keep it close the whole time because this Houston team, the offense isn't built to come back. They are prone to going through multiple minute long stretches of scoreless droughts. So the defense has got to slow down the Illinois offense, which is really fucking good. But I like Houston. I think I'd take Houston there at 3.5, just because of the home court and the storyline there.
Yeah, you're right. That is an awesome. That's an awesome like clash of style. It's like immovable object versus unstoppable force. Like it's gonna be
Right.
awesome.
And I mean, Flemings versus Wagler, like you're getting two of the top prospects to face off in a huge game. Like that game's got storylines all over the place.
Yeah.
Bardo likes Illinois, or we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but Bardo likes Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, I have Houston in my bracket going quite far, but
But you can
yeah,
see
Illinois
Illinois.
has shocked me a lot just from watching their games. Like they have had an easier draw, but still, like they've blown out both of their team opponents, while
Like you,
some of these other teams are like kind of let the underdogs hang around for a little.
like it
Hmm.
wouldn't surprise you if we looked up next week and Illinois is in the
Yeah.
Final Four.
Yeah, not at
Yeah.
all.
They score at
Okay.
will.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people having them to win it all, like just on social media and stuff.
Speaking of scoring at will, we got Arizona, Arkansas, and Darius
Oh,
Acuff likes to score at will.
I'm so excited for this game.
This one is, I'll find the spread right now. I think this was one of the bigger ones, though.
Like 8.5, right? Or 7.5, something like
You
that.
know all the sharps are going to be on Zona -8 because they think it's like, why is it that high?
Yeah.
But I think honestly, it's square play here, and Arkansas like gives them a run for their money. Zona wins.
Yeah.
I mean, for the sake of my my predictions in bracket, I hope they do.
I agree. I have Arizona winning my bracket. But I think the main thing here is can Arkansas score enough because their defense is
Yeah.
not great. I mean, A Cup's gonna need to go insane. I think Brazil's, however you say his last name, I think he's super slept on because like he's been putting up like 20 points a game, but he's doing it behind A Cup. It's like he's
Yeah,
kind of
Brazil is sick.
he's
And
sick.
you know Billy Richmond is like Cohen Carr for Arkansas.
Yeah,
That dude flies as well. Just a slasher,
yeah,
defensive.
athletic.
Yeah. Um, I don't know, dude. I just don't think Arkansas like has they're not as talented as Arizona, and
Hmm.
they play no defense at all.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Arizona really could just kill them, and you get a 25-point performance from Acuff, and that's how it ends. But
Hmm.
I don't have a read on like the spread as of now, but Zona wins
Hmm. I
is
agree.
is
What
my
say you,
take.
Dub?
I think I'm going to take Arizona in the points. They're laying 7.5. I just think Arkansas doesn't have the defense down low to stop Krivas and Tobe Awaka and Koa Pete. And I think another advantage Arizona has, they just match up well against Arkansas, in my opinion, because their guards can guard. I'm blanking on the point guard's name. The
Furries?
Big 12 Player of the Year. No, Big 12 Player of the Year. Bradley. Jay
Bradley.
Bradley plays good
Yeah.
defense, and so does Karchakov. So I think they have a couple different guys that can get on Acuff and try to slow him down a little bit. And I just think Arizona, I just think they're the best team left. So I think they're going to win. I think they match up well.
I agree.
All right, the next game, my guys all year. We got Purdue, Texas. The
Texas
Boilermakers.
can win, bro.
I don't think so. The Boilermakers are laying 7.5 there. Jobs, who do you like in this one?
Give me the 7.5 all day long here.
On
I'm
Purdue?
taking that all day long on Purdue. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Braden Smith, his unreal game control. You got Fletcher Lawyer, who can just fucking his scoring ability is just unbelievable. Then Coffin Wren's physicality. It's just like, dude, that's a complete basketball team right there. So that's tough. And like, come down to the wire, just foul Volkatitis pretty much. So
Is a complete
let
team.
the guys shoot free throws.
Bro, Braden Smith and what's his name? Clough look like clones, bro. Except
Yeah,
one's
they
5'10" and one's 6'10".
They do.
They're literally the
They
same
do.
fucking dudes.
I know.
I can't stand Braden Smith, man. And
Honestly, same.
Tobe, I don't even know if you watched that game, but he played terrible.
He
against Miami.
played horrible. He did. I think he had 8 turnovers.
Yeah, he was bad.
He just masked it with assists.
Dude, I don't know. Purdue, those guys just piss me off. The one guy I do like though is CJ Cox.
The man.
Yeah,
He's the
you
man.
can argue he's their best player.
He is. But no, I mean they won even though Smith played terrible because Fletcher Lawyer has played a really good tournament. He's hot right now, and TKR had a great game. He's so nice around the rim, man.
He's so
that little
nice.
fadeaway or the little touch up there. I like Purdue. I was telling Bardo earlier. I just don't think Texas's defense is built to stop such a well-rounded offense, most efficient offense in the country. I'll take Purdue there. They're getting back to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
Purdue should win. I don't think the Texas team is very good, but
Yeah, I mean, this is like what you get, bro. Like, this is what happens when you underperform with a bunch of 4 and 5 stars, and then like you go to the tournament and just like it starts clicking.
yeah,
You know?
right, exactly. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, Texas could easily come out that win. Like DJ Swain is really good, but and Mark, he's a veteran, but I don't know.
it would be
Win.
It would be pretty awesome. It'd be absolute theater if Texas does win that game and they match up against Arizona in the Elite Eight. You got Sean Miller against Arizona
Yeah.
because he used to coach there.
Yeah,
That would be,
right. So that's a good way. Good script thinking, Tobe.
Yeah,
I might
good
have
script
to
thinking.
even
I love
take care Texas even more now.
Okay, I think the biggest spread of the weekend is this game for another clash of style, Michigan, Alabama, 9.5. And that makes me want to take Michigan because it's almost so high that you're kind of thinking, what's going on there?
Yeah,
It almost
Michigan
seems too
here.
free.
I don't know, dude. Like, Bama is sick, but it's like,
I have Bama winning the game.
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it could happen.
Yeah. I
If
think
that team's threes fall, like
that's what it
they're
comes down to.
unstoppable because they do get wide open looks every time. It just if they're going in or not really determines the outcome for their games.
Yeah. I think it comes down to if they shoot the lights out. Also, LeBaron Philon is my favorite player
Yeah,
in college
he's
basketball right now.
nasty.
He's
He's
so
sick.
sick. He is
He's
so
really
sick.
cool.
So I'm excited to see his matchup against Michigan. But yeah, I agree with you. They have 0% chance of winning this game if their threes are not falling the entire game, but I think there's a good chance.
They've
So
been falling.
they've been falling.
I just think they're going to have to hit like 15 threes to get within the number.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I just don't know who they have to stop Mara and Johnson and Michigan's just so
Sherrell
deep.
or whatever.
Yeah, the over might be a good play on this one, honestly.
Ooh, I wonder
Yeah.
what that number is. Let me look.
It's probably high.
I got it pulled up right here. Yeah, 174.5.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's insane.
That's easily I think the biggest number of the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not even close. Yeah, I think I like Michigan in that. But you're gonna take Bama on the money line there? You think C-Jabs? Some good value. It's
I'm just gonna do
400.
it like because of value. I got my ass handed to me last week, so I got some free play. I'm gonna deploy it on. I'm gonna deploy it on Bama.
Um, Fair enough. I wonder if you just like sprinkled a little bit on every underdog here that's like
Yeah,
plus
right.
200 and above.
Not
One's
in
got to hit.
shock madness.
One's got to hit.
Dude,
Okay,
there's like
last
two underdogs.
last game before we get into some baseball talk because I want to make sure we have some time for that. Tennessee, Iowa State. Iowa State's laying 4.5. I think this
Pretty
one's
low.
easy. Iowa
I think
State.
Tennessee. You know who I can't stand Nate Ament. I think that kid.
He sucks.
bro.
He
He
sucks.
sucks.
He sucks and he's clueless. Yeah,
He was
Iowa
trying to
State
lose that game, dude. He was trying to. You can't convince me otherwise. He was
couldn't
on
inbound the
Virginia.
ball. He just looked clueless.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iowa
My
State.
hot take. My hot take is now is actually, dude. I won't even say it's a hot take. I think Iowa State can easily win March Madness.
Yeah,
I think like my thing is like, dude, I
I
can see
hate
them
'em.
getting back
They
to
can.
Arizona. They can get back to Arizona, bro, and like Arizona's beat them twice this year already. Like, I don't know. I think they can. They got Joshua Jefferson back. I don't
Yeah,
know.
their defense is disgusting. Like I
Just
will say,
yeah,
it's so nasty. Kentucky couldn't even get a shot off.
yeah. They have 5 seniors on their team. Like, dude,
It's
they're
the
a
vet.
full team. It's the vets, bro. Like, that's
It's the
so important
vets.
in March Madness.
Yeah,
I agree. I think Iowa State's dangerous, man. I think they're
Yeah.
really dangerous.
I think
And,
4.5 is blasphemous, honestly.
I think so too. I can't stand Tennessee.
yeah,
They're in like
they
that
should
same.
easily cover that. I agree.
Tennessee for me is in like that same bucket that like Kentucky, Louisville, all the like extremely volatile teams Auburn were in. Where I was like, I'm done with these teams. I've bet on them enough times this year and lost enough money. I'm sick of it. Let's go Iowa State
Yeah.
and rep
I
the
love
Big
it.
12, baby.
Yeah. We're repping the Big 12. I love it.
All right, well. That's I think all the games. I think that's all 8. So let's get into a little baseball talk. Let's get into it because we got opening day. I've already got a complaint. I'm so fucking sick and tired of opening day being like 2 teams play a full day before everyone else. Let's get all 30 teams playing on the same day. 15 games starting
We
from
only have
11
one
Like,
game
a.m.
what are we
tomorrow,
doing?
right?
Like, why do we do that? Why is that a
I don't
thing?
know. Literally could have the March Madness style in all the games going. People would be so hyped.
Yeah.
I guess we'll ask Jabbar this because this was a topic that Tobe and I both addressed. But like, do you have any teams or team that like you're high on as a sleeper, and then I don't know, or just any team in general?
This one's gonna excite Mr. Alex Wallace quite a bit. I like the Pirates. I don't like. I'm not like super high on them, but I like them this year. I like the A's, bro. Honestly,
Mhm.
like, dude, their young talent is just ridiculous, and like, especially if they can get Leo, up and moving
Yeah,
around in the bigs. I don't know. He looks like he's nasty.
gonna
Um,
make the pods pay for that.
yeah, that is honestly gonna haunt me for the next 20 years of my life, probably. So,
Who knows? Some of these prospects actually just like never do anything.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, hopefully
Ma-
that for your case, that's what
Hey,
happens.
and,
Yeah.
and Mason Miller like hasn't given up a hit
Yeah,
since
Miller
it's
is
some crazy
unreal.
date. It's like
That's
since
true.
the late August he hasn't given up a hit. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's true.
Yeah, he's so
I'm definitely a
nasty.
little worried about the pods this year. So for the listeners that don't know, I'm a big time Padres fan. Um, Not super high on us this year. The pitching is what really concerns me.
I think that's
Um,
kind of good though. Like when your team, like when a team is like, I don't know, kind of forecasted to have like a mediocre year, like they overachieve,
mhm.
you know?
Yeah, it's just
I don't
tough. It
know.
just the division's tough now, dude. Like the
You guys
NL
made
West
no
is
moves besides lose players
yeah. So
this
it's
summer.
tough. It's tough.
I
I don't know.
I think the problem with the Padres is like, and I've probably said this before on the pod. They've got the star power, right? Like you know what Tatis and Machado, and you're going to get a bounce back year from Merrill. Like you know what these guys are going to give you. You know Michael King's going to shove. It's just a little thin. Like what the rotation. Like if one guy goes down,
That's it, man. Like,
that's where you start to get worrisome.
yeah.
That and then just like the bottom third of the lineup If those guys are hitting again like they were last year, then you're looking great.
Yeah, we're looking
But if they're
good.
not, it's just a little top heavy, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's like the biggest
No, I
concern.
definitely agree. I definitely agree, and like not great to see Joe Musgrove on the IL to start the season. Not that I'm not too high on him. I think it's gonna be tough coming back from injury, but like, he could be a dude, but we just don't know. That's the scary part. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for our division. I'm excited
Yeah, I
for the
forgot about
Dodgers
Musgrove.
series. Like those are always just all
That was
time.
literally
So
just playoff
You
series
know,
every
yeah,
time.
you know too, if the Padres are sitting there in July and they're even close, I think they'll still be fine. I think they're still going to be competitive. But let's just say, God
Mhm.
forbid, they're like a game below 500.
Yeah.
Preller is going to make some crazy moves. He's going to pull some shit
Insanely
out of
just
his
trade the
ass.
farm.
He's just gonna trade. He's gonna pull some shit out of his ass, and you guys are gonna end up with like next thing you know, you're looking at a loaded roster and make a crazy push in August and September and get
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited. We have like just having sports every day, bro. That's what I love about baseball is like I know like people don't love watching baseball, but like at the end of the day, dude, you got a sport on pretty much every day. Like it's so nice to throw in on the background. Like
Yeah,
I don't know, I love baseball season.
it is. I just wish these games, like for us, our teams played like on the East Coast or something,
I
because
know.
they don't start till like sometimes 9 o'clock,
Yeah,
and
past
I
Mr.
miss them.
Florida's bedtime.
Yeah, classic Rick, the golf quant.
Golf quad, dude.
We might have to remove that title.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should call him the Sunday Watcher only. Only tunes in for the Sunday with the last 30 minutes of the round.
um, well, CJ, you got any like takes? Maybe any predictions that you think are gonna happen for baseball this year? You got anything you're wanting to fire off?
Honestly, bro, like I think. I think the A's are going to shock people this year. I mean, actually, like I think people are kind of
I just
starting to
think,
realize they have talent. But I
yeah,
think they'll shock people.
they have
Who's
no
that?
pitching, but yeah, their
Yeah,
offense is pretty loaded.
yeah. Who's that guy on the Marlins too? The pitcher, bro. I'm big on
Yuri
him, and I'm
Perez.
playing Yuri Perez, bro. I think he's gonna have a really good year this year.
Yeah,
Um,
he's sick. They lost another pitcher. I think it was
yeah,
what's his name, Cabrera. I think the
They
Cubs
trade
got
they,
him.
they traded him to they traded him
Eduardo.
to the Cubs, yeah, and they
Yeah.
traded Ryan Weathers too to the Yankees.
Dude, classic Marlins, bro. Just burning all of their studs.
No, I think they might have won the deal with the Cubs. That outfielder
Dude,
they got,
yeah.
Owen Casey, is good. He's gonna help right away.
Marlins do have that guy Marcy. He came up at the end of the year
Marcy.
last year. He just
Yeah,
hits
Kyle
tanks.
Stowers, dude. Kyle Stowers
yeah.
hit 30 bombs
Stowers,
last
dude.
year.
Yeah, he's a beast.
The fighting
Um,
fish, man. Don't sleep on the fighting fish.
Fighting fish. I'm scared of the Cubs for sure. Um, they also eliminated us from the playoffs last year, so I have a
Yeah,
grudge on them.
I know I
Um,
had like a crazy hot take of the Pirates winning that division, but no, Cubs should win that. Cubs should
yeah,
win that division.
yeah, Bregman, he's gonna hit some bombs at Wrigley.
He's
They
gonna
got
look sick in
Horner,
it.
they got Michael Bush, bro. Like they don't have Kyle Tucker,
PCA,
but
PCA just got an extension.
yeah, but you don't know what you're gonna get with PCA. Like you're gonna get a good glove. You know you're gonna get an electric base runner. But then you
Yep,
can also get a dude who's gonna go 0 for 50 and strike
Yep.
out
Dude,
35 times.
yep.
So
that guy had such a hot dude. Remember when everyone was saying this guy's the MVP,
yeah, dude,
and
Rick was
and then
all
he
over.
just
Rick was
like absolutely fell off.
To be
yeah.
fair, that guy did have, I think it was 25 bombs and was hitting like 285 at the
Yeah.
break and was
I'll
playing
give it to
Gold
Rick,
Glove
bro.
defense.
I'll give it to Rick. Before the season, he was like high on Pete Crow, and he was pretty right about him.
Because
So
the,
good
the
shout
This
on
is
you,
just,
Rick.
listeners,
they
Rick
went to high
grew
school.
up with PCA. He's had a couple scenarios of blacking out with him, so they're boys. I mean, yeah, PCA is honestly pretty sick. I just the fact that people were calling him the MVP is
Yeah,
pretty ludicrous.
yeah,
But yeah, Cubs are good.
yeah. I'm
Um,
trying to think who's someone who can go crazy this year, but I'm kind of blanking on it.
I
I think
think the
the
Giants
Diamondbacks are going to be
beat
good.
the Yankees tomorrow night. I
Okay,
just
who they
have
got on
a
the
good
bump?
feeling.
Logan?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I think it's
Logan
Webb
versus
versus
Freed.
Rodone. Oh, it's Freed. Yes,
Really?
yes, yes, yes. Wrong
Freed.
lefty.
Dude, you know who I'm super high on the Yankees? Schlittler. I think he's an absolute stud.
Yeah, that kid's sick.
Yeah, he's sick.
He was so sick in the playoffs. Tobe's
The
obsessed with
Orioles
the
should
Red
be good,
Sox.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, you say Orioles?
Yeah, I like the Orioles. But I mean, dude, they should be good every year. And
Yeah,
like
I
they've
know.
honestly came short of expectations
Every year.
every year,
I
but
that
I don't know.
lineup though, dude, like
It's so good.
it's good, and then they add Pete Alonso and trade for Taylor Ward, and then they also
And
bring
they got
in
O'Hearn.
Yeah,
yeah, it's nasty.
nasty.
I was telling Bardo
Who'd they
if they
lose? They lost someone. I forgot.
a
Blanking who else
bat.
is
I don't think they lost a
Yeah, I
bat.
thought. Oh,
I mean, Cedric Mullins is gone.
he's no, he was gone in the middle of the year.
Uh, I was telling Bardo like, if they count as a sleeper team because they missed the playoffs last year, they could be one that I could see making a playoff run this
Dude,
year.
yeah, they're minus
The AL East is
150.
probably the most deep division.
It is because I think the
Yeah.
Rays are even pretty good.
Yeah. Kid from my high school that I used to play baseball with, one of like Sean's pretty good buddies is he'll probably be their starting shortstop, so that's pretty sweet.
Who?
Carson Williams, Torrey Pines alum, baby.
That
That's
is
sick.
sick.
Yeah, so pretty sweet. Trying to think who else. I'm feel like I'm missing someone. Oh, the Tigers I think will be good, really good again.
Yeah,
That
I think
division's just so nasty. But yeah, Tigers
yeah.
should win that division.
I think also hot take. I don't think Cal Raleigh even hits 30 home runs this year.
Dude, that is a honestly, it's a hot take for the public in the squares, but I think that's a great one.
he
I
looked
want
like
like
shit in the WBC,
Yeah,
dude.
he
dude.
looked like shit. I don't think he got a hit.
He didn't. He went hitless.
No, yeah.
He
And
did
then I
just hit a
saw his
jack.
first game back in spring.
He
Yeah,
he
Of
hits a
course.
jack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I remember I checked the comments so quickly, and they're all just like, of course he doesn't
that
know.
dude came out of nowhere. I mean, I guess what the year before he had a decent year,
Yeah,
but
just switch hitting
still,
catcher is just crazy to think about. Like
yeah.
60 home
60
runs from a
bombs,
catcher.
like that's crazy,
And I think he caught like 155
dude.
plus. Like
Yeah,
he caught the whole season.
yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I think those are most of my takes. I think I was predicting someone to be bad when I was thinking about it, driving home from work, but yeah, I'll forget.
Okay, here's one. Roki Sasaki is a huge liability.
Dude, just play like he's a closer, bro. Just
I
like,
know, I don't know what they're doing with him right now in the spring, but
dude,
he's
if you have
had the
it
worst outings ever, and it's been all
bad,
spring. It's been so consistent. He's been horrible every
yeah.
outing. Yeah, he needs to just be in the pen, throw
Dude, he's
one in.
nice in the pen, bro.
Because I
Like you
will
have a
say, like
dude throw a
he did
dragon
win
fork in the
us.
pen.
Like without Roki, like they don't win a World Series. Um,
Last year, you say? You're saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He came in clutch so many times in the
Yeah, he
playoffs,
did. He
but
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the
they don't
Dodgers
even
run it
need him
back.
as a starter, dude. They have way too many pitchers already. But he's looked horrible. I just think the Dodgers, like, I just think they're just gonna be a slow starting team again,
Yeah.
and like that doesn't matter
It's
because you just turn it up, you make the playoffs and you turn it up there. But
yeah, that's all you need to do. And like, dude, like that the Dodgers lock in, and I know we all shit on them for like how much money they spend, but like at the end of the day, dude, that team locks in to a different level than any sports team in any league that I know in the playoffs. Like,
yeah, it was crazy because I remember, dude, me and Toe were just always like, I mean, it's not the year, like coming off a World Series, like, bro, because they were like, dude, they had the worst record. I remember from like July to
August was
almost
horrible.
September. It was them and the Rockies with the worst record.
yeah,
It's like, all right, season's chalked. Like, take the
yeah,
ring in 2023, and but yeah, it just shows these teams. Some of these teams just don't care. It just reminds me of like the Warriors back in those days, where like you just know you're getting the playoffs and turning up then. But yeah, I think like from a betting thing, I know we said this earlier, but like Dodgers under win total is probably good.
yeah. I feel like everyone's gonna be nuking the Dodgers on
Over,
random
yeah.
lines. Yeah,
All right, well, we got like a minute left. So C-Jabs, we appreciate you jumping on, talking ball.
yeah. Thank you for having me.
We will definitely have you back on sometime during baseball season. We'll catch up. We'll
Yeah.
revisit all these takes. See,
When I'm just down horrendous mid-season when my team gets caught for
but that's the
steroids.
beauty of that's the beauty of the season not starting yet. Everyone's
Yeah.
even right now, and
Yeah, that's
everything's
Who are
in
the
true.
front of us.
Padres playing on Thursday opening day?
We faced Tariq Skubal.
Actually,
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
we'll see
fucked.
how that goes. And last thing
Um,
before I go, my
yeah.
two Masters picks. I just want to say I'm on the pod
all
so that
right.
on record. Bryson DeChambeau, Ludwig Oberg. Those
I
are my two
love
picks.
the DeChambeau. DeChambeau just won a live the live tournament this
Yeah,
weekend.
he's playing great golf. But those are my two picks. So let's see how those come to fruition.
I love it. We will make note of it, and we will
You know,
definitely.
Golf Quant Rick is going to give us Scotty Scheffler. So,
Um, all right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Rage Bay Pod. Make sure to check us out Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, the whole nine. Thanks for listening, C-Jabs, again. Thanks for jumping on here after work,
Yeah, thanks for
talking
having
some
me.
ball with the boys. It was a great time. And we'll post all the bets for the games this weekend. We'll keep tap and see how we all did with our picks. So it's going to do it for this one. We'll see you guys later in the week, and thanks for listening.
Cheers.